And I'm already looking at Paddy. Why has this guy got that many shorties?
He's got 2 shots. No, he's a lunatic. Like, I just don't understand. He's just like, 1 shorty, that's not enough. I need to be able to drop it, pick the other one up, and then have another shorty. Which is exactly... He's switching between the 2 of them.
No,
honestly,
they're going this way.
They are. If he gets Crashies. 2 kills from this, I'm going to lose my mind.
Crashies, you don't know what's waiting for you on the other side, brother. Okay, luckily we're going to have Paddy moving it out, trying to fight up into heaven. Crashies able to catch 1, but he'll be taken down. Good response by Paddy, but they have lost a player, lost the advantage, and it'll only spiral further. What a connection by Ye. And Cruz, the man bested by a turret before on this breach, has to do it all for 4 kills.
Oh, I said, Ye will only go quiet for 1 map. It doesn't pixels, it looks good. Still waiting for mine. Just saying.
Oh, Foxy. He was in a lot of trouble there. So many players on the other side. They're coming right now. The turret's on A, and Cruz is just going to hold B this whole round. He's not going near it.
Weren't they the one to get the kills with the turret?
The double kill to close out, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, he's just looking to try and farm up some kills here. Obviously looking for that Blade Storm, not really with a massive amount to lose in this scenario. And for
that rifle to play with in the early round as well. Makes it much more likely he ends up at the Blade Storm, so yeah.
I think also the other thing is you might expect your opponent to counter you based off of that alone.
And what's the worst thing that happens? You lose this round, say they just get blasted out of it flawlessly, well then use your Blade Storm in the next.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter, you've got no money.
Yeah, and the rest of your teammates will still have enough to buy rifles. So it works either way. They've taken some mid-control already, and I don't think they're going to be expecting a rifle to be on the other side, so they might be a little bit more aggressive than you'd normally see. Now he's going to bypass a lot of the utilities already been placed, and then comes the Blade Storm. Updraft, easy kill for Ye, and this bonus is looking deadly already.
He's already in their spawn after dashing in, and they don't expect it, but Sushi Boys can still make the connection. Up in heaven, they'll return another, and X10 are not down and out of this round just yet. Out in the open, the plant is found, but Crashies is left in a bad spot, trapped on the backside. FNS waiting for his moment to strike. He comes around.
It's not going to be much. A few pistols here and there, a Bucky.
Yeah. A Bucky is the interesting one for Scary. That's not going to be seen every day. But you heard it there on that little replay. If the people at home caught the voice lines, the players getting excited, they're hyping Ye up, right? They're giving him the wind in his sails. That's just, come on, man. You can't just do that to him.
I warned you. I said the 1 quiet map, then it comes back, and this is the problem. They didn't win the map where Ye was quiet, so now they're screwed.
And dude, let's talk about the agent that he's playing here. What's the one excuse we always make for a Jet when it comes to this map? Is like, oh, attack side, you're just cannon fodder. You're first guy in, you're getting torn apart. And he is first guy in. He's taking contacts in all of these rounds, and he's 8-2 right now. And this is up against, sure, not the strongest of buys, but it's still just ridiculous to be finding that much space. The Bookie, once again, not going to find anything after being retrieved. A cursed weapon, perhaps, is Paddy and Sushi Boys. I mean, they don't want to save here, but they're hoping that Envy will push into them and allow them to drop a rifle or 2.
And Envy doing it.
Yeah, and from this point, that would be pretty terrible. But one of the biggest problems for X10 now is going to be slowing down Envy, right? Whenever Envy want to take those hyper-aggressive and explosive pushes, they haven't been challenged so far, and so it's only going to allow them to feel even more comfortable. This is not a team under pressure in the slightest. They held a default in the early round. You saw that Crashies was waiting outside of A, but now they'll group back up around on this B site and look to force some duels.
I like the idea. Pop flash at least gives them information, even if it doesn't garner the kill. And so they'll at least know that there's a couple of players here. I will say they've somewhat rotated off. But coming back to try and support this as we see all of the stars going down onto the floor. Good positioning. But again, Ye just pops off with a double opener. Going back for a little bit more. He's just dominating at this point. He gets rolling and he's very, very difficult to stop. 2 players remaining on the wraparound. Marv is waiting. He's heard all the footsteps, just watching, but he still loses the battle.
Yeah, that's going to be Cosmic Divide online for the next round, at least. Some small consolation. The 2v2, the steps heard up close. The flash goes around the corner. FNS wants to force the duel. Foxy never ends up popping it. And now, oh, you're in trouble. Sushi Boys traded out. Ye, look at left, up in heaven. Cruz trying to pop a flash and try to help his teammates, but he couldn't really do anything. They lost their sight line, leaving 1 guy on the site to get isolated. That's disgusting from Foxy. A double opening, he's going for more and runs out of ammo. That's the only reason he falls in the end. A good attempt by X10 in what is usually a round that is not noteworthy in the slightest, and yet they're now into a 2v2.
Shooting ducks out of the sky. An incredible couple of shots, but the fact is, you now look at the advantages, it still favors Envy for now, at least in terms of weaponry. Now there is close a showstopper online. You could say the same as well for the Cosmic Divide, although I don't know how useful that is going to be,
yeah.
At least in this round. This is patient, though, for X10. It's all happened so early, they can just wait this one out and hope that when they go for a plant, they can try and swarm the other player.
And the best part about it being so early, Tom, Patty still has all of his utility as well. That could help a lot with the fact that someone like Marv is this low on HP. He's not one hit to the Sheriff, but a well-placed nade could take him down. The plant now being attempted. In comes the nade. It's going to bounce back, and he's going to be sucked in towards it. But luckily, Marv escapes, but he meets the Sheriff of Patty. The showstopper finds the final kill of the round. And that's such an easy mental reset for Envy. They come into this and say, you know what? Yeah, just go and do it again. You know, you're 5 for 1 in those kind of fights, but now 5 for 2 as he gets shut down again.
Okay, I like it. Again, the fact that X10 are not shying away from these duels anymore just shows how their attitude as a team, the timing, okay, even more completely blind. They actually managed to trade this back fairly even. Now the spike's been dropped by Patty. He hasn't stopped pushing, and he's going to take that control. There needs to be a response here, and Cruz finding the kill turns things on to Crashies.
That's going to be tough. He's picked up the spike, but he's being spotted doing so like this. It's very different because we have that 3-minute break at the halftime. Yep. Momentum playing into the second half normally means there's like a 40-second break. Now all of a sudden you got 3.5 minutes. That's basically like a different game, essentially. So I don't think it can be as punishing as it normally is. That blast back not quite helping in the way he hoped, but somehow he only takes 40 damage. Fair enough.
The fact that no one is dead here doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Yeah, he's popped his Blade Storm. Now, of course, he would only have a pistol here.
There was a mark on my screen. I thought he just fired two knives into a wall. I was like, what's going on with Ye? He's really lost his touch. Crashies is already down. Good trade, though. FNS here to help. We saw Crashies holding this A push a lot in the early rounds, but this time he's got backup, and luckily, it's the one time he gets challenged.
Yeah, this is an adaptation again from Envy. They're expecting these sort of pushes now, not taking anywhere near as much map control as they were in the early rounds. I talk about how Ye was basically in the site with like 20 seconds. Instead, they've slowed it down. These are the adaptations that we highlight when we talk about this Envy squad. The thing is, though, they are starting to run out of time. And because X10 have found a pick and fallen back, they're not really going to be taking too many more risks. Now, the lockdown looks like a bait.
And I think it is. Yeah, look, Ye's going to go in and take over control, move towards the A site. This is so dangerous. Sushi Boy still has a lockdown to play with. There's 15 seconds left on the clock, and I think it's just about to be deployed. Ye's caught in the open. 10 seconds to cross over and get that spike planted, but Sushi Boys goes out. He forces the duel. Luckily, Cruz is there to save the day, and there's no way. Whereas someone like Sentinels, for example, you come in, you're like, we're the best team on the server. You lose 6 rounds in a row. It's like, guys, we're the best team on the server. What? Why are we losing? You know, it's a very different mentality. When you're the underdog, you have so much more freedom. Yay, oh, ho, ho. He was in a little bit of danger there, and they still are. Look at this. Patty is really just sending it straight down mid. They heard that there were like 4 players here, and Patty was like, aha, lots of players for me to kill. Sadly, he couldn't get anything done, but his teammates are stepping it up and pulling the advantage back into the favor of the defensive side.
Again, there was a lurk coming through on the A side, but it's been caught. It doesn't seem that anybody is like catching Sushi Boys off guard at this point.
No.
Like, he has made sure that he's had utility on the rotation, but the trades are decent. Victor, though, only on 7 HP, and unfortunately, his heal doesn't work on himself.
Yeah, not going to be great. Need to see some headshots coming out of this guy. Seekers would almost be ideal here just to get the info on where these players are coming from. If they blindside you and get 1 bullet to your little toe, you're going to be gone. That's a big problem for him now. Going to try to force some of these fights early. In comes the Trailblazer. Just got to try and avoid that.
Yeah, if it hits him, he's dead.
I don't know if it spotted him. I don't think it did.
Oh, the fact that they throw in a flash makes me think it definitely didn't, because it wasn't one that they were going to be able to act off of. In fact, he's just delaying them, but the problem is he's soon going to run out of utility, and as we sort of mentioned, a single bullet would be enough. Needs to try and isolate one of these jewels instead. They're going to look to try and push this together. The flash is, so they're going to go for it again. Now this time there's definitely some weaker weaponry, but I'm looking at that Viper's Pit and if it will come into play.
That's a good fault line. It won't initiate any engagements, but it really slows down Envy's take over Heaven. Allows for Paddy to reset himself into this position. And of course, they've got the alarm bot to cover for when these guys actually walk through. The flash comes in. They're definitely looking to take control, and X10 now have that information. But doing anything with it is difficult. In a round like this, you don't really want to be rushing back in and giving them close-range duels. There might be no choice for someone like Sushi Boys. There's players all around him. He suspects the flank, but Ye gets away with the kill. Could this be another big round from Ye now that he's got a rifle in hand? No! Scary shuts him down and sets up the 2v3 retake.
Might have just tried to do a little bit too much, wanting to try and reclaim some of the space that they'd lost. Fault line is going to tag up both players, but the Cosmic Divide will hold them back for the moment. They're both trying to knife each other on the corner of the Cosmic Divide. Nobody finding anything from it. Flash through. Marv still holding again, desperately hoping that there's someone on this corner. Instead, Marv just playing that little bit further back. They're going to wait for it to fade. They're going to be watching to try and find him. And instead, he's going to have to duck back around the corner. FNS, or I'm going to push down mid. See you later. Like, is it just as... Because that's what it seems like. It seems like everybody's relaxed.
Yeah, no, it feels chill when you look at some of these. As I said, the play just there, nobody panicked. Nobody got an itchy trigger finger. Foxy getting aggressive, flashing, but Ye still takes him down. Ye is up in heaven. He's been stunned now by the fault line, and he will fall. Although Sushi Boys gets tagged, it's not really going to do much to slow them down. Great grab, well in play, and Marv gets the result. FNS going to take down Paddy right afterwards, and this is looking like an absolute disaster. Only Sushi Boys left, and he'll find the first, but Timmy the Turret's looking for his first kill. 33 HP, things aren't looking fantastic for poor old Sushi Boys. 2 players left to take down. Trailblazer making sure he's still up there, slowing him down, allowing FNS to regroup with his teammate. I mean, I don't see any way he gets away with this.
He'd have to isolate the jewel, and Victor, I'm sure, will be ready to peek out for the trade if he does. And
Envy end up walking away with that. Now 6-5. We saw the resurgence of Ye in that round. Had a good couple of frags, a little bit of opening space up towards heaven. He's going to try to do the same this time. An alarm bot waiting for him on the other side of that Viper orb. His teammate going to pull that down. They're going to look to get aggressive, but so is Sushi Boys, and the operator now just around the corner. It goes in and takes down Victor. Spike spotted. He's made it to behind the box, and now it looks like Envy are a little bit scared to give him another challenge.
Yeah, the thing is, unlike a normal take, you've got Crashies available with his Viper's Pit, and he's actually going to use it deep in towards the spawn. They counter it instantly, though. They got lockdown that they're just going to put into place and force him back out. They're going to try and take the fight to while they do this as well. Foxy, though, only going to manage to get one. Paddy, I think he's just used his showstopper, and there is no survival there. It's going to be left on to FNS, trying to take this in a 1 versus 3.
Yeah, they know that he was towards the spawn. They've spotted him as well, and Scary will eliminate him to close out this half. Even numbers 6-6. I know Dash likes that scoreline. He'll be a happy man. Appreciate that. I'll tell you what, one of these teams is going to make it to 13, and we'll see which one it is right here and now. Envy looking...
7.
Is it 7?
I think it might maybe 7.
Yeah, just do the show you're working.
Okay.
So we're looking at Envy. If they win this on the defensive side, the generically easier side when it comes to split, they will be walking away with a spot in the playoffs, and X10 will sadly be sent home. If not, if X10 win this map, we're going all the way to 3. And here in the pistol, you're going to see X10 take it slow to start with, look for aggression from Envy, but eventually they got to make a move, and B-side, clearly their preference.
They're going to come up against a Viper screen, a lot of utility, and a nasty trap that's been set. Marv holding the back, and straight away they have to try and switch up their plan, but there isn't a full rotation. You can see that Ye's currently waiting. In fact, the fallback already from FNS. They basically just lost this early man, and on the other side, Envy have lost nothing.
Here.
I think for Envy, sitting down like this, it's not a comfortable position for them. They like to take the fight to their opponents. That smoke Locks off Ye for a moment. Now they're swinging into him, and he'll just bail from that fight. A bad idea being chased down like that. He's trying to fake that maybe he's moving in towards the spawn, but he's been spotted now just down below. Sushi Boys eliminates an FNS on the backside. Isolated, a man on his own, but they have no idea that he's here. Luckily, Sushi Boys is still watching from above.
Yeah, they turned this back. As said, it was looking pretty dangerous, at least initially. Victor has gone running through, but the flash is perfect. Foxy leaving it so blind, and what started so well for Envy has fallen onto Marved. A 1 versus 4 to try and turn the tide. Chances, well, seeing slim to none. Well, they are just watching for this. I don't see a chance from this at all, Mitch.
No,
this isn't just Mitch like
I'm not just going in on Patty.
shade.
Yeah, no, I got hella love for Patty, but he doesn't have hella love for himself apparently. Underrates his own team, but that's the way to play sometimes.
Oh, we're seeing a difference in Scream thrown down by Envy, giving them a little bit of extra space to play around on that A site, and well, the investment minimal. Yay, having the Sheriff. Other than that, it's just a few pieces of utility here and there, but this should be a clean one from X10. I think if they lose too many players, then we start to worry a bit.
Yeah, most definitely. Again, a moneymaker round like this can really set the tone for the early half and build the foundations of what can be fantastic scoreline for you. They're using a lot of utility, but it's all a fake. Yeah, going back towards mid. I was going to say, really not making use of that util on B, but it's because they're trying to bait these guys into pushing in from behind. Nice shot by Ye, but that's all he'll get away with. Just the 1 kill for now. Anything else Envy get? Kind of a bonus from here.
Oh, I like it. The jump across to bait out the spray. Come on, 2 kills is already pretty decent.
He's got a Sheriff.
FNS hoping can find 1 more head, and then it really will be a successful round.
Lead by example. He's about to get a fight. Okay, the shot not connected. Foxy should be a little bit cautious about going in for this. He absolutely is not, because I saw a couple players had a secondary of the Ghost. And the majority of the time, obviously, you're just going to drop that Ghost to your teammate and play with the...
Foxy did buy a rifle as well, so it might have been him.
It could have been.
He's gone for the investment, looking to try and bolster up this purchase just a little bit. Now on the other side, of course, full rifles across the board, and in the early round again, you're just going to see Ye trying to roam around mid, find information for the squad almost as a lone ranger. Of course, having that dash back into heaven, it's not too much of a problem. And he's got his buddy in the form of Victor just to try and flash for info. But the fact is, they're building into an A tape. Now this is a scary combo of utility available at the moment for the side of Envy.
Oh no, that is Marved in trouble, still gets away with a kill. The trade though, perfect for X10 in a round like this. Crashies is running through utility, taking the damage, but dealing far more. A 3 versus 2 comes out of this with Foxy quite low. Patty has to be the one to take these duels and pull them into the lead. Nice shot connected onto Ye. He's left on 10 HP, but that's more than enough with a 3v1 with low health for Foxy. A huge play needed. He fakes the flash. A good...
Otherwise, I don't know why he's there.
No, we'll see what the plan of action is. I'm looking at Marv staying out on that corner with the grab well after, but there's too many players. The firing squad eliminates him, and Ye forced into a tough spot. What does he do from here? Snakebite a little bit late. There's already players making it through. And that Viper's Pit inside of mid is going to be dropping any time now. It doesn't really seem to matter because X10 are full committed towards this site, and they are finding a lot of duels.
Yeah, these peaks are so aggressive.
Another moneymaker round. Don't want to see them lose too many players. Difficult on a map like this. A lot of the time you're going to have close range angles to peek through. Players stacked up on the other side, but Envy are going for mid aggression. 3 players stacked around this area to start with. You had Victor available to pop a flash around if there was any sort of a duel there. Ye is just going to tuck in, hold the control off Crashy's contact. This is a very dangerous play on middle if X10 go for the control. But, and I think they will, because of the fact that Patty's been playing in sewers this whole round, holding for the aggression. In a 10 seconds or so, when Envy don't push, if they don't push, that's when X10 decide to make a move. And you can see they're already clearing the closer angles.
This becomes a bit scary though. You got the screen, you got a pop flash, you got a few piece of utility that could make them vulnerable. I am starting to worry that this could be a costly round, but with 50 seconds left, they don't have to commit off this. And they've actually managed to force pretty much every player off the angle while Sushi Boys starts lurking his way through into A. Now, the timing could actually favor Crashies a little bit here, with at least getting himself a kill. The problem will be for Ye, because he is likely going to have no idea. Oh, it's a 1-4-5. You never want to see it. And there you go. Ye had no idea that someone was that far forward.
Yeah, good job by Crashies to at least finish Cruz off in the end.
He got the 5.
That final 5 HP dealt. But at this point, you don't really expect anything from this defensive side. They're being boxed in and pressured on with FNS again, trying to deal some damage. Honestly, for him to just tuck in a corner and wait for them to run out might not be a terrible idea, but the reality is they've got full control over the spawn, so why would they go towards him? So now, well, with the rifle in hand, you could even save if they don't come towards you, so it's not the end of the world at all. In fact, I reckon that's what he's doing.
Yeah, and then maybe even able to catch a couple on the exit, depending what direction they go. Now, I'll be a bit disappointed if they do go back this way.
They won't.
Just considering how far forward Foxy is.
No, they won't, Sushi Boys. They won't. You have old Sushi as soon as it comes in. 10-7. 3 rounds between them. X10. Again, this team was 5-0 down, and they are now 3 in the lead and 3 away from taking this map. At least I think so. Maybe we can throw it over to Dash to confirm that math. He's been studying hard over there in the corner. I think we'll
no, I think that's actually a coloring book.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Either way, we're going to have this Cosmic Divide allowing them space to put a lockdown. I like this strategy, but it's not great. Sushi Boys has pushed straight through and already managed to find one. It's going to be that pickoff. Crashy's getting caught trying to destroy it, but Paddy has gone down in response. It hasn't worked quite as well as X10 would have liked, although the strategy was perfect. Now we'll see how the retake comes through.
You just saw that Cosmic Divide being set up. That's going to stop anybody from peeking in from that back angle. Cuts off a lot of the range that X10 wanted to play on. 2 players affected by that and put into poor positions. Good thing is it's a Sky on the other side, so you can see Foxy just flashing through later. Cruz needs to win this fight to maintain control over Heaven. Scary. Foxy, Sushi, everybody's falling. Cruz is now the last man alive, and sure, he'll keep Heaven control, but he needs to stop the spike from being diffused. It's planted for him. The time is low. If he can just take down FNS, it's already halfway. But he's got the triple, the Rolling Thunder on the back of it, and the round secured. What a perspective of being able to pop some flashes, that utility for his teammates. By the time he even got the opportunity to, he was already, his teammates were all dead.
Oh no.
Somehow he wins it.
He still gets one.
We came close to having Timmy getting another kill on the board here. That could have been, dangerous.
Robbed.
Yeah, Timmy got the assist, you know? He did well. He did well.
Okay, FNS. It would be even better than the last one if he managed it, but unfortunately for him, X10 have gone in completely the other direction. Now, the ult orb doesn't really have any value because he already has his lockdown, and you can see already X10 not only clearing the site, but making sure that they have every other spot held in case he tries to go for a rotation. Now, chances are he's not going to.
You know the most important thing, though, Tom? Lothar just texted me and said, I agree with Mitch, so that's unfortunate for you. You've been played.
It's almost like I might have known that was the case.
No, not at all. You've just been embarrassed on live television. How do you feel?
Yeah. I feel 11 out of 10.
All right.
And Dash is going to tell us what that is in a fraction.
In this situation, and that would be a map 3. An absolutely unbelievable comeback from this side. The relaxed attitude, the mentality really showing some dividends here and now. And Envy have got to find 5 in a row to bring us to overtime to fight for this. Their map pick, mind you.
They have to find 5 in a row again.
Again, yes.
That's the terrifying thing. And after what was a solid first half, it has completely fallen apart on their defensive side, which, as said, for most teams, is normally where I expect the majority of the round. So it's a huge step up on the other side. Sushi Boys again. I think it was Dash who highlighted it on the desk. Or maybe, I don't know. Somebody on the desk said it. He does better on the Killjoy. So there you go. I can't remember. My memory's gone. We're not talking about math anymore, and we're going to have the push going in up mid.
We're subbing Dash in. We're subbing him in. Get him over here. 5 rounds between them, as we said. 40 seconds on the clock. X10 still haven't decided where they want to go. They're leaving their options open. A lurk outside B and A, and they've already managed to bait out a lockdown. They're trying to destroy it. That kind of indicates that they're going B, but it doesn't look like that. We've already seen them take Vents control. They're clearly setting up for a late round A hit, but Envy haven't rotated. You've still got Marv and Crashies sat on the backside, but they're going to be spotted. The Seekers are coming in. They've even seen Victor rotating into position, but there's no time to change direction. They've caught Crashies on the backside. They know that Marv is here too, but there's very little time. They need the plant. All Marv has to do is stop it, and they will get it done. Envy have taken this round, and they will take one step closer.
A pretty detrimental position, and in fact, even in the next round, X10 would still have a bye.
This is truly incredible from X10 so far, but they still need to close it out. 4 opportunities to do so from this point forward. Patty just one away from getting that showstopper. If they give him a kill right now, I'll tell you what, I think the round is over if he manages to find it. Hell, even if he gets that ult orb. And he has. He's on his way out. Oh, the showstopper early fired off. Nade towards spawn, but it's got them the space. It's bought them control alongside that lockdown. Huge commitment from X10, but they have the reward of presumably a plant.
Yeah, nobody currently within the site, and they can set up for their after plants with still a decent amount of utility available to them, especially in form of Killjoy. Now, I've seen the Poison Orb already take at least a little bit of control. I don't know if they're going to expect Scary to be this close, and he'll hear the flash. He's just watching forward. He lines up, but only manages to get one. Ye wraps around the corner, and the trade is there after he gets 2 kills. Still leaving this into a 3v3 scenario. A chance to end this as Sushi Boy lands another headshot. Still players outside this site. They need the trades back as Crashies manages one. Paddy is still here, though. And up above is Cruz. He's spamming through once again. The lineups he has are perfect. And Crashy once again trying to build up the clutch, just sticking it all the way through. But